Come here, you'll help me. Hello, friends. I bet you're wondering why Titiana is wading through these weeds, almost as tall as I am. But let me tell you, Anakrina, these aren't weeds. This is what our garden beds look like after we've been away for 3 weeks. Honestly, when we arrived, I just wanted to cry because you saw... In the last episode, you saw that our garden was spotless. Apart from the cultivated plants, there was nothing else here. But the rain and warmth did their job, and now we have to start all over again. Well, it's okay, now's not the time to cry, we have to get to work. I can't allow myself that, so let's get to work. Do you see, look, oh God, he stole someone. You little rascal, let the bird go. бачили дорогу сюди, це просто суцільні поля, пшениці, ячмінь, цвіте сонях. Ось ми приїхали, тут річка парує, купа птаства кричить, просто нереально красиво. Я дуже сподіваюся, що ми зараз тут ще щось зловимо і що відео вийде в ефір.
Хочеться на один ловити, але дивлюся, місце гарне, та й є туди закидати, тому зараз будемо. Тут нам сказали, що має ловитися карась, тому будемо прикормити одразу постійно виручає і де ми не були на різних водоймах, завжди з уловом. Міласу будемо розводити зараз у воді. Набираю десь півчашки такої. Аромати і солодкі. Я думаю, має бути супер. Годується. Вирішили не чекати, поки прикормка не стоїться. Хай
Вже сиділа мого червячка. Що це таке задовбане? Яка вона світла, боже, я в шоці. Весь ранок за нами бігав.
На карася, біля годівниці там постійно буде тертися. Tanyusha even caught a crayfish.
No way, are you kidding me? Seriously.
I was just intently looking, and I could clearly see that the fishing rod was under significant strain. But well, despite all of that, the fish simply wasn't biting at all. Look how big it is, just look. It's really something. The fishermen were trying to catch fish, but they caught a crayfish instead. All day they were looking for where the crayfish was. Cat. What's up, cat?
Oh, do you want it?
Let him grab it by the toe.
You can't do that. I'll put it in the bucket. Here, throw it in the bucket yourself, and then we'll ask Uncle if we can take the crayfish.
Look at it, just look. But why do we need a crayfish? I don't know. Boil it and eat it.
Well, it's just cool.
That's how it is. And now let's put it in the bucket. Look out, maybe now the crayfish will start pinching you. Does that kind of thing ever actually happen in real life? Perhaps it's not just me who has experienced this. Maybe I'm not the only one who feels this way. No, wow. What exactly is there, Tanyusha? Oh, it's just a few little crucian carps swimming around peacefully in the water.
Alright, now we're going to call my husband and tell him that we caught a carp again.
What are we going to extend?
What are we going to extend the time? Hey, listen, if we pay, we can take the fish with us, right?
Of course we can, why not?
Let's ask him now while I put it in the net because it's such a nice little carp.
Yeah, that's right. We fried one like that at Bo, and it was so good, we really nailed it.
It was so tasty, so fresh.
10 times tastier than crucian carp.
So basically, are we going to pay $3.50 to keep it or not? Because honestly, it's not that I'm stingy or anything, but I really feel bad about paying at village ponds where fish have always lived. Well, yeah, and crucian carp is a local fish.
It's not like the crucian carp was introduced here. We're not catching carp or bighead carp here. See, it's biting on the rod right near the shore. I think I might set up a rod for myself right now too, because I haven't had a single decent bite on the feeder so far. I'm casting over there, but nothing's happening. I also cast out a rod for myself and threw the second feeder farther out. I thought maybe at a longer distance. I cast it about 40 meters and my float is just sitting there. Just now there was a good bite, but I missed it somehow. Or maybe a perch just tugged at it.
Oh, that's a rod. Listen, today I'm really excelling in fish variety. I've already caught everything that's here today. Except for catfish. They say there's catfish here too. And there's also zander. Since the fish are biting very weakly, Pavlik and I decided to unpack our 6-meter rod and rig it up.
This is our brand new float tube. Armadillos in the base, in the half. Now I'm going to put the rig on it. Here's the kind of float I'm using. I picked a 1.5 gram float for Tanyusha. It should work nicely. Now I need to pick out these tubes for it. As you can see, we have a separate float bag for that. Finally, you see, I finally have a proper float bag instead of a checkered plastic bag. That's the set we have. We once ordered a set of silicone tubes from Flagman, specifically for floats. Now I'm going to pick some out. This one should be just right. It needs to fit in snugly like this. I'll cut off 1, 2, 3 pieces of tubing for here. And then I'll thread them on here. Alright, now there's a loop here. On the float first, well, I've just measured out 6 meters of line. Now we put these pieces of tubing onto the line. 1, 2, and 3. The third one is a bit longer. Well, actually, it's twice as long as the previous ones. Now, I will explain in detail why I am doing this particular action. So, these little things as well. Now we put them on one by one. Onto the float. The first one we slide all the way under this part. Under the body of the float. The second one will be right in the middle. This is so that our float holds up very well and everything is truly perfectly fine. And the third one goes at the end. I put it on like this, you see. Not all the way to the end so that our rig doesn't get tangled. A little life hack. There we go, that's it. The float is 1.5 grams. Now we'll pick a weight for it. To weight the float, we'll use these sinkers. This is an olive-shaped sinker made specifically for float fishing. And these are small split shot from Flagman. Well, as you can see, they're quite small. Since we need 1.5 grams and we don't want to attach too many of these, I put one small split shot on top, then a 1 gram piece. And then a few of these small ones, they're called sub sinkers, I think. So everything will be quite compact and subtle for us.
I'm standing on my phone, I look up and the float is gone. I look closer and someone is already sitting on it. Another 5. A little crucian carp. What's this about? Will this fish be mine? The fish will be mine because I just baited 2 spots. I can't fish with the rod in both places at once, that's why.
So right now our weighting looks like this. It's about 0.1 and 1 gram. Now we'll go into the water and see how much our float is weighted, and we'll add more weight if needed. Here at the end, I'll tie a little loop for the leader. And that's it. Well, it's already visible, there's a bit of weight, but we need to add more. By the way, the float needs to be weighted, at least this one and all others, right up to the antenna, like this. This black part should be completely in the water, so if half the body of the float is sticking out of the water, that's not correct. Now we'll add more weight so that it looks like this. Only the antenna itself should stick out of the water. I'm going to do this now with small split shots, 0.1 grams each. That's it, we've tied the leader, now we can start fishing.
Look, this one is a bit more delicate, but this one, see, it won't bend the same way. I think that's how I'll do it. If a crucian bites, I'll just do this, a quick flick, and it'll already be on the bank.
We'll see. We actually prepared with some margin. We tied the main line, 0.2, and the leader is 0.1 steens. Just right for crucian carp. What do you think of the rod? So what's the plan next?
Well, at a meter. A 2.
Maybe a 2, yeah, throw it out.
A 2 or 3, yeah, throw it out. Something's nibbling. Come on, just take a real bite already, like... Oh!
It took a bite.
I always find myself wanting to make a humorous joke or a witty remark, but I am constantly aware that there are young children and impressionable kids watching us very closely, so I absolutely have to hold myself back and restrain my impulses. Oh, the feeder, it's finally here after what felt like an incredibly long wait.
Long awaited, damn. A bite on the feeder.
Oh, it's so very flat.
About 2.5 hours. Probably past. Such a nice round one. The first crucian carp on the feeder. Maybe now they'll start biting because it's happened to us before. You move in the morning there's no bite, but it starts biting from 11 o'clock. So here I probably had a plain worm on the hook. So with a worm I've got my first crucian carp too. That means we'll keep fishing. That's what fishing is like, you see. On rivers with a feeder rod, everything is somehow more straightforward. But here, the water is still so... And like I said, it's this summer heat.
In general, ponds like these are really interesting. It's something... For example, Pavlik and I find it very hard to catch perch in ponds. They're too, well, it's unclear. Apparently they're a big perch because the guys pulled them out in winter with the marmishka. But when you come with a spinning rod, you just catch little ones like this.
It's also very difficult to fish from the shore at ponds like these. At least if you've paddled right up to it and tapped on its head, that's one thing.
Here, the fish have their own character, they're kind of odd.
Well, that's why today we have this segment called Village Fishing.
A rural village fishing, and later we'll go to a very beautiful place. I'll fish there too. Today? Yes, it's almost on the way.